Put that cookie down! Now! Hey there, friendos! Fredo Supreme, the American Dream, back with more Tony Hawk's Pro Skater action, and today, or rather tonight, we are going off to downtown Minneapolis, a more polarizing level in this game, mainly due to how big it is. My sources for this, as usual, are Incetic47 and his group of friends. MattRocks101 stated in the Tony 20 video of this level that it's a little bit too big. Personally, I kind of agree with him. I mean, there aren't a whole lot of ways to link combos in this game, so of course a bunch of wide open spaces would be a real deal breaker when you get down to it. And I can also see how this level seems to have been something of an afterthought. I just passed it, but I didn't think of saying this a few seconds ago. The E seems to be placed before the T in this level. As in, like, if you take the route that I just took, which I'm fairly certain is not the suggested route you have to take to get the skate letters, you will end up collecting E before you collect the A. And right there, I forgot where the A was supposed to be because it was popping through the walls. Again, I am playing this on a PlayStation 3, not an emulator, so I don't really have the normal excuse this time. On a side note, I've noticed that the T seems to be in a location that you can't seem to get to without going through this tunnel, on whether or not you collect A or E first. But complaints aside, I actually do like this level, partially because of how large it is and how large of an environment a PS1 can actually render for a skateboarding game like this. And it also is a bit of a compliment to Neversoft that they were actually able to include this level in the game, because, by the way, that combo I just did, that's preferably how I like to start most of my runs in downtown. Back to what I was saying, this level was actually an asset dump for Apocalypse, the game that I mentioned made a cameo appearance at the end of the mall. So it is rather impressive that Neversoft was able to cobble out a skateboard level from something that would have been in a third-person shooter game. Kudos, Neversoft, wherever you may be. And this comment is kind of directed to MattRocks101 if he's watching. This tunnel that I'm going through, it was actually supposed to be a whole parking garage. That's right, this level was supposed to be a lot bigger than you kind of thought it was. But this seems to be the kind of what I wish the downtown level was all along. Just a bunch of sick roof-to-roof gaps that led to progressively more awesome-to-skate rooftops. I mean, this bowl with the rails around it, pretty impressive, but if only the levels were a little bit more dedicated in certain aspects, then this game would have been damn near perfect. I mean, it is pretty good, albeit some of the mechanics haven't aged well, but it almost feels like there's ways that it could have been a bit better, you know? Location of secret ramp unknown? I wonder what that secret ramp is going to be. If it's secret, then you know I cannot avoid it. I love me a nice secret. By the way, if you've noticed, I've been trying to color coordinate my wheels with my deck graphics, trying to find a color that kind of matches the overall scheme of it. It doesn't add anything to your stats, for those of you who haven't played the Tony Hawk games, but I like to keep things aesthetically pleasing, if you know what I mean. And speaking of pleasing, the following level sure isn't. Ladies and germs, welcome to the Downhill Jam, the second and final downhill level in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. In theory, I kind of like this level, but when compared to the mall, it's a lot more annoying, and you will see why in a few minutes. Now, if you've noticed something, it doesn't seem to be very trick-friendly. Also, that path that I was trying to take, that's the only way to get to the secret tape. It's a little bit annoying considering how one-way the level is, but it's like Downhill Jam is slightly the worst of the two downhill levels in this game. You miss that secret tape and you are going to be wasting a lot of time backtracking to at least have a chance of getting to it. See up on that rock formation up there? That's where the secret tape was. However, in this run, I am not going for the secret tape, mainly because I'm trying to get a few more goals done in its wake. I always like busting the valves on this level, but unfortunately it's only just one of the goals, and as a result, not exactly enough to pull it out of the gutter. By the way, I'd just like to point something out. The secret tape in Downhill Jam and the letter E in the skate letters for this level, kind of the same level of annoyance for me. I mean, this is before I realized that you could... Yeah, thanks a lot, game. I sure do, actually. So, was going to be offended, but you have a point. What certainly doesn't help the placement of the letter E in skate in this level is how you kind of have to abuse the physics of the PS1 Pro Skater games in order to have a chance at getting it. Basically, you do a bunch of tricks and the game kind of gives you a turbo boost so you can do special tricks. However, something I've noticed, I'm fairly certain I've said that a lot in this video, is that it even expects you to get that Trick-Induced turbo by just... Well, get the Trick-Induced turbo for just menial goals and not just having a chance at doing special tricks. You'll see what I mean in a few seconds. By the way, something that I forgot about this level is the way to get on top of that rock formation there. By the way, shout out to Mountain Dew. Yeah, it's very precise the way you have to get up there, and as a result doesn't leave a whole lot of room for error, which is not something that you want happening when you're trying to basically do a bunch of platforming on a skateboard with a 2-minute time limit. On a slightly related note, I am kind of glad how this level showed up again in Underground 2. It kind of makes the secret tape a hell of a lot easier to get to. It's almost like Neversoft is trying to apologize for how difficult they made getting this tape back in 1999. But, like I just did there, use Trick-Induced turbo boosts, and you can get the E with a lot of ease. Don't worry, folks, I will show myself the door. Yeah, as it turned out, you have to try to ride up on the last segment of quarter pipe on that surface in order to get up to this area. Yes, game, I am aware of that. So, here is my winning run right here. I kind of forgot that I left in several of my screw-ups, kind of artificially lengthening the video, but then again I want to show off how frustrating the secret tape at the Downhill Jam kind of is, again in this game, at least. Here I kind of stopped back there to get a running start and do a couple quick flip tricks to get a turbo boost, and I'm pretty sure I kind of went through several of those rails up there. Like, the collision detection kind of failed, but fortunately that means I don't need to waste time doing a bunch of awkward hops to get within the closest frame to the tape. And hey, I managed to get 100 feet on that ski jump there. Thanks, game, it was a nice one. And on that note, we are coming to a close on this video, and by proxy, the second worst level, in my opinion at least, of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. I know it's customary to increase the difficulty of certain things the closer you get to the end of a game, but even I kind of have some standards when it comes to that. And I believe that is where we shall conclude for today. Join us next time when we head to a level that was later reimagined in Grind Session, although I kind of like it there a little bit more. I'm Fredo Supreme, the American Dream. Holla at y'all later.